we go. Ktex 106 sounds like Texas. Steve with you this afternoon, joined in studio by Randy Beal. Randy, how you doing today, sir?
Doing great, man. And you?
I'm hanging in there. Glad to have y'all in here. You got a brand new tune that we're fixing to debut here in a little bit, called in just a few moments. And I want you to kind of give us an update on what you've been up to here lately.
Oh man, it's been crazy. It's good to be back at Ktex. I've been a friend of this station for a long time. Helped out with the birthday party back in '17 and stuff. So kind of nice to come see old friends over here. Been playing a little bit. Started playing and singing, and wrote a couple songs and had out on the radio. Y'all played one of them here a few years ago called "Old Scars." So finally did a follow-up song and did "Grandpa Said," and it's coming out. So everybody seems to be pretty excited about it. So we're gonna do as the song says, swing for the fences and give it a shot. So
I like it. Like to hear it. What kind of got you into? You've been a part of the music world pretty much your whole life, right?
Shoot, for a long time since I've hung out with people. You know, some of the guys used to tour in Texas back in the '70s and '80s. Grew up around those guys in the honky tonks and stuff. And been around it for most of my life, yeah, one way or the other. What
was kind of the moment that made you want to write your own music and perform your own songs?
Oh man, I've been around so many people. And I remember back when I was in the military in the '70s, and I had an instructor who played a lot of Buffett stuff, and I always liked that acoustic Buffett stuff. And then in the past 10 years, I got hanging around with a lot of these younger guys out here on the stuff, and just decided to give it a shot and see what I do. And the next thing you know, I wrote one and got on the radio somewhat, and here we are with the second one. So you never know unless you try.
Exactly. Well, and as far as songwriting goes, what kind of gets you going? As far as your process from getting an idea to making a song.
It's something that's catchy, and the way I write in my style is it has to be relatable. So whatever I write, you've got to be able to put the person listening to it's got to be able to put their self into that song and be about them. So I try to write something that's relatable on that fact.
Well, we got Grandpa Said coming up here in just a few minutes, the new tune. I want to kind of hear a little bit about, you tell me about the story behind that tune a little bit before we play it.
Well, got to thinking one day about grandpas, and dads and sons never really seem to click too well. Sometimes they do, but grandpa's always the one especially young kids always connect to, and grandma. And so got thinking about stuff my grandfather told me when I was a kid and stuff, and it just kind of morphed into that, trying to write a positive song, something that felt good about your grandpa, the things he would tell you when you were growing up and hanging out with him for a summer. So.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it, Randy. We're going to get this on the air in just a few moments. We got Randy Beal joining us in studio. We're going to get you got that beautiful Gibson guitar over there. And, can we talk you into playing a song after we come back?
Oh, that's what I brought it for. I figured we'd try to do something, see if I can't mess it up too bad.
Hey, love to hear it. It's Ktex 106. Randy Beal joining us in studio. We'll hear his new song, Grandpa Said, coming up right after this. Ktex 106 sounds like Texas.
Sweet. Funny thing about playing this song is I've played this song for Gene, a little over a year now. And I went to the studio and recorded it. A guy named Don Vickers over at Crosby did it. And Tim Croxton played with Alan Jackson, and Jody Cameron played steel on it. So I get the mix back, and my girlfriend and I are sitting there and I play it. And I'm just like, what the hell am I listening to? And she's over there dancing in the kitchen. I'm just kind of like, what is this? Sounds nothing like my song, because you're used to hearing it one way. It took me about 4 times to process, and oh, they knocked it out of the park.
Wait till you hear this, Dean. I've been around a lot of musicians, and
Tim played fiddle, mandolin, and acoustic lead on this, and he just embodied the melody. Jody did the fills on everything with the steel.
That's what's crazy is I can't imagine how awesome it's got to feel to have a song that you wrote, that you've been playing, maybe acoustic, playing it at gigs all over the place, and then somebody records it for you and helps you do it, produces it, and puts pro musicians on it and fills it out, and then you hear it and you're like, son of a bitch, that's mine. Like, how cool is that?
So, you have to play Old Scar. You know who Milo Deering is? You ever heard? He does the string section, arranges that, and does the arrangement for this little band called the Eagles.
Yeah.
He's on all of Josh Ward's stuff. Anything that comes out of Full War Sound or Rosewood, he's pretty much played it. God, he's been still guitar player of the year. He plays everything. It's amazing. He did a hell of a job on that.
I can't wait to hear this wire in there, so I don't just go from an edge of the song. I wish the damn speakers in here were better, honestly, because like
And her mother, Patsy.
they're JBLs, but they're like 30 years old and they're wore out. And you really can't appreciate a good mix as well as you probably would be able to. And even with the headphones on, it's still like it's a feed from the radio, so it's not as good.
Small town radio.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of them. Yeah, if you haven't done a studio cut, you need to do that. There's, matter of fact, I'll look you up later. There's some places you guys can use it.
Yeah.
You get something really decent from me.
That'd be good. I got a library hours long of shit that I wanted to cut for years, and I always find myself wasting my time playing for somebody else's band or playing guitar for somebody and not doing my own thing.
I bought my first guitar right at 10 years ago. Decided I wanted to learn to play. I never had anybody to offer to teach me, so I bought a guitar and started dinking around, learning to play some chords around the campfire. One thing led to the next, and it just never stopped. So I had a buddy, you can sing, and I'm like, you're nuts. Next thing you know, people they've got me up singing, and people want me to sing, and nobody's throwing a beer, but I think it's me, it's just, I was telling Jason Allen, I said, Jason, this all started out as a joke. He goes, yeah, it's on you now.
Joke's on you, brother.
Yeah, it's just all for grins and giggles, and then it turns into something else. So,
So you've been at it for 10 years then? I'll be 10.
It's been a hell of a ride, man. I mean, I've got to play with some great people like Jason and opened for Jamie Richards a couple of times. I mean, I know all those guys anyway. In fact, I get to go hang out with them and do it, and they're all except this is just
That's so cool, man. Yeah,
but it's cool, you know.
well, that's wild because I've been doing it for 9. Like
Yeah.
this next year, this next May will be 10 years. That's just crazy how you can be in 2 totally different realities and kind of have a parallel.
Different lives, man. It's, you know.
Oh, here we go.
Summer of 65, 10 years old and out for a ride in his old pickup truck. We talked about life. Then Grandpa said, swing for the fences of life. Never start something you can't finish. Live each day like it's your last summer. Always was
That's catchy. I love the bass line. Like that bass line is just constant throughout the whole. It's just nice.
Nothing fancy. Everything's acoustic driven.
I love those acoustic leads too. Really like in the pocket, tasteful.
The outro is the same. I mean, it's the same thing that takes you down that dirt road.
You summed it up and you said it was fun.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I said, dude, I've been around a long time. So you need to just put us on the record and get it out there. A couple of months later, here we are. There you go.
Probably a good summer too.
Really good lyrical content too. Wraps it all back up, comes full circle. That's good.
Yeah.
Keep I studied Gene Dillon stuff for years, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that deal, Tennessee Whiskey documentary. You need to watch it, especially when you're a songwriter.
Yeah.
One guy in there says, it's that big on paper, it's all we use. You go look at all big hits. They're small, but they're bigger than what they seem.
Yeah.
See, that's what. So I'm from Nebraska originally, and so I just got into the Texas music scene, became interested in it probably about 6-7 years ago, and I didn't even know who Dean Dillon was until they gave me his name.
He's a good.
I've met him twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's one of the coolest dudes I've ever met.
that's what I've always heard. And I started looking into his stuff a little bit and trying to learn kind of a little bit about who he is. Hell of an interesting guy
Oh, yeah.
and generational talent. Randy Beal and Grandpa said on Ktex 106. I've got the man himself right across from me in studio. That is a cool song.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
That is very well written, very well done. I mean, we were just talking about it. Just some of the things that I like about it. I mean, the bass line is great. I love the bass line. It's real simple and constant throughout. It's driving, acoustic driven, like you said.
Yeah.
And very.
That's what I was shooting for. Don Vickers produced it for me, and I told him, I said, I want to keep it acoustic, keep the bass line simple, and man, they just knocked it out of the park. I mean, I can't believe what those guys did.
Well, they did a tremendous job, and like lyrically, it's great lyrically too. You know, it tells a story, it wraps it all up nice at a bow at the end there like that. I just appreciate that style of songwriting. It's really
Thank you.
well
I
done.
appreciate that. It means a lot.
Well, let's see what we got here with that old Gibson, that pretty Gibson right there. I want to hear how that thing sounds.
Let me do the one I did. How are we going to do this? I'm going to do this song called Old Scar. It came out about 4 years ago. It's been played here before, so I'll do the acoustic version of it today. Well, I'm sitting here in this bar, pouring whiskey on an old scar. The tears from my
Scar from Randy Beal on Ktex 106. That's a cool song. First time I've heard that one. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
it should be in y'all's file somewhere there.
I'm sure, yeah, it is. I saw it when I pulled up Grandpa's set. But man, that is that's a cool song too. I like that a lot.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
We appreciate y'all coming in. Do you have anything, anywhere folks maybe drop the social medias, let people know where they can find you?
You can find me at randybillmusic.com, and that has links to all my social media and stuff, where my schedule's at, what we do. So
Very
I
cool.
also have a project called Fools on Stools that me and my buddy Gene that came with me today, we do. So we do a duo kind of song swap thing.
I've seen Jason Allen on that before.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah, we talked about that when he was in here. That's pretty cool. You got any of those coming up soon?
Well, we do a once a month over in Conroe at the Table at Maitland with Frank Smith with Smith Music. We do an open mic jam on Sundays from 2 to 6 where Frank and I are working together, bringing some of the younger kids in and kind of showing them how the ropes go and making sure they know where they're going and don't get caught up in traps in this business. So give them a little coaching, encouragement, and get them up on stage, let them work the nerves off and stuff like that as well. So,
Very cool. That's a really great thing. It's
it's
good to hear there's people out there doing things like that in this business, you know?
need a good mentor every now and then, and then I've been I guess I'm working with the CMA of Texas now. I'm involved with them, helping them out, the oldest, not the Texas Country Music Association, but the CMA of Texas. I've been helping them out with some stuff as well. So.
Very cool. Well, Randy, thank you so much, and Gene as well. Thank y'all for coming in here.
Thank you, man. Enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you.
it.
Enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Great
That's
job.
Randy Beal. Go find him. RandyBealMusic.com. We will be kicking off 12 in a row in just a few with Carly Pierce and Tyler Hubbard on Ktex 106. Sounds like Texas.